do you bend the hooks out for a better hook up ratio, or what are some of the tricks other than the 1, 2, 3 count for better landings on the frog? Cliff, I saw you cringe. Tell us what you think about bending a hook.
So, me personally, I don't bend the hooks out because those hooks were built at a certain angle, at a certain way, and that's how they designed to be. And in my mind, the second you flex that hook, you compromise the integrity of it, the strength of it.
The tempering's gone. When you bend it, the tempering's gone. It's over.
Yeah, it's the same thing like when you flipping a jig or a Texas rig and you get hung up and you pull that rod straight back and you flex that hook, you cut that jig off and tie a new one on. Same thing with the frog hook. I think if you open it up, you mess with the hook, and then it's gonna flex, and it's gonna flex on that good bite. So I keep the hooks just as is. We've talked about that before. I throw my frog pretty much straight out the pack, unless there's something odd with them. Straight out the pack, tie it on, throw it up.
So Bobby, I know you got something too. I want to throw my little piece in here. Back in the day, like way back in the day, I did bend hooks on some frogs because they were pointed down into the frog. Like it just was a bad design. But what we have now, what the technology we have now, I don't do anything to the frogs either anymore. You know what I do? I tie them on and go fishing. I mean,
agree.
Yeah,
absolutely agree.
Yeah, like it's.
I don't even put, like, guys. Some of the guys have asked. They go, hey, well, how come you don't do you put rattles in your frog? Absolutely not. No way. I'll tell you. I know we don't have a lot of time. I won't even tell. I'll say that story for next time. But I don't put rattles. I don't put rattles in it. I know some of the boys, some of the Tennessee River boys that I know, they'll put little bitty bells in it, which is fine because a little bitty bell is only about 3 millimeters tall. You're good. When you get 2 millimeters, 2.5 millimeters tall. But when you start to get into that 4 millimeters, 5 millimeters, 7 mil, depending on what rattle you're putting in there, you've got a hook point right here. And sometimes that rattle will get, here's the base of the frog, here's the bottom of the frog. Sometimes that rattle will get stuck in that position. And that it cannot collapse. That plastic will not collapse. You might get him with this hook and you probably won't. It's got to have that plastic's got to be able to collapse both of them. But with that rattle getting stuck in it, we'll go over that down the road. I've had that big ouch a couple of times.
It's so important for that body to collapse. Like you can see it right here on the launch frog. You can see how much that collapses like that. That's so important to get that bite. You gotta have bite in there.